right, we're back. You got your boy on the board. It's Dylan coming to you live from the Lodge in Austin, Texas. I'm working the board for the first time. This is kind of weird. Call me Dennis Rodman. I'm just all over the boards right now. Will is joining us today. I'll just intro you first. You are in Michigan. You are not here. We're kind of doing a weird recording setup today.
Yeah, we decided to do a little remote podcast today, and I appreciate Dylan running the board. It's kind of weird not being the first one to speak when I'm on the podcast, but I mean, it's at the very least, it's good to be here. So I'm hoping that I don't have too much rust on my podcasting skills right now.
You've started strong. I kind of regret introing you so fast. I should return the favor and not even throw you one. Or even Dave, who's recording from the other room inside the lodge. What's up, Dave?
Randy just ran in here with a toy, so geared up, and I was really worried we're gonna get some panting, but we're good. What's up with it? Nice intro, Dylan. You crushed it.
Thanks, man.
Are you working the board? I couldn't tell.
Was that what?
Are you working the board? I couldn't tell from your intro.
Look, I've never done it before. I had a crash course like 5 minutes ago. So this thing's tight. I just want to hit all the buttons. I'm not going to, but I really want to.
Guys, we have a developing situation out here. We have human Randy on dog Randy watch right now.
Yeah, Randy's in the stew in the lodge.
Well, so when we started recording today, we all were getting set up, had some tech issues, whatever. And then Randy was in the studio with everybody, and I could hear him like Randy was sitting right next to me. And I was just like, all right, we're panting hard today.
Very excited. It's his first office trip.
I hope we get in trouble.
I'm thinking about posting an Instagram story that says, my coworker for the day.
I'm pretty sure we're okay. They had dogs in here at some time. And I'm glad that you're giving it a test run because I want to eventually take Stella up here for a test run. So
I've heard we were doing too much dip, the first too much dip, and there was like a dog going absolutely ape shit upstairs. Yeah.
Plus Randy, I mean, everyone likes Randy, so
not a big Randy guy.
Oh shit.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit.
Just not for everybody.
No, Randy's kind of for everybody. I've literally never heard anyone say one negative thing about Randy.
Now, human Randy, on the other hand.
Dave.
A real jerk.
So I need to admit something to you guys.
What's up?
I have not listened to any podcasts since I've been here.
Thank you for your support of Wash Media.
And do you have a mustache, David?
He does. Confirmed.
Yeah, it's a developing story.
How long has this been around, and what's the end goal?
24 hours.
Yeah, it's new to me today. So
okay.
The goal. So it was weekend of Dave, and it turned out to be pretty low key. I think I left the house once to go to Central Market, and another time to pick up tacos. And I decided to get a little crazy, and I'm facial hair bit guy, quarantine facial hair guy, and I just wanted to see what my wife would say when she got back in town. And she goes, "Oh, you have a mustache."
Now's the time to experiment, though. Quarantine.
Yeah,
there are just no rules anymore with that kind of stuff. Go off, Dave.
Dylan's mustache started somewhat as a bit, but also somewhat as just Dylan wanting to grow an actual mustache. And look where we are now. I can't imagine Dylan without it.
Yeah, when I started growing my beard out, if you can even call it a beard, I pretty much just told everyone that it was an experimental thing. I was just kind of feeling it out. But after like 2 years of saying that, I finally had to just give up. And I couldn't really use that excuse anymore. I just had to tell people that, yeah, I'm just trying to do a beard thing right now, even though it looks like trash. But here we are.
It doesn't look like trash. You just got to stop saying that.
Okay.
Dylan likes to fish for compliments by being like, "Oh, I look so bad."
No, Dave. That's not your boy.
I don't. This dress doesn't look good on me.
How do these chinos make my cake look?
I don't think I've ever said that.
You said that, dude. You text me that all the time. You always send me a thing. Dylan's always sending a photo of him trying something on and asking what color it is and seeing how his ass looks.
And I just say cake check, and you let me know how it looks.
Do you know something I learned while being home with my parents?
What's that?
The Mail-In is my mom's favorite podcast.
Really?
Yeah, and it's funny enough, it's a podcast that I'm rarely on. So yeah, it makes me feel really good.
Oh man, shouts to Nancy. Thank you for listening and thank you for your support.
I was just, like the other day she was going for a walk and she was like, all right, I'm going to go listen to the mail and take a walk. And I was like, I think there's some other podcasts that have come out since then. So,
well, Sally's on it. So she's got that connection going.
Yeah, I guess it's good that she likes Sally. Hey, can I do some programming notes just because I haven't done them in so long?
All right. I was going to do it for the first time ever, but go ahead.
Dude, if you want to do it, you can do it.
I'll just do one. We did Streamer. We did Swordfish. We're doing that tomorrow.
Is there any banter regarding the I don't know how good this movie is with people?
I guess we briefly announced it last week that we were doing this, Dave. Correct me if I'm wrong, that we were doing Swordfish. I haven't heard a whole lot about it. Not much booty chatter going on about Swordfish. Not a fantastic movie, but sometimes those are the movies that you can get the best conversation going about them. So I think we had fun with this one.
Can I apologize? I was not thinking about the fact that we had just done Swordfish when I picked Six Underground, and they're kind of in the same. They're almost in the same category of film, like over the top action. That being said, Swordfish is an enjoyable watch. It's not a good movie, but you've got Travolta at his best. Halle Berry just steals the show, and young Hugh Jackman. So I would give it a shot to earn your business.
Hugh Whatman?
The original Jack Boy.
I mean, I will say this. It's made me want to do bad movies for the Stream Room more often because I thought Swordfish was going to be a legitimately good movie as someone who had never seen it before. And after watching it, I was like, man, this movie stinks, baby.
I warned y'all beforehand. I was like, it's not great.
That's fine.
The best endorsement I can give it. Best compliment. What other programming notes do we have, Will?
I was just going to, tell the people out there, just make sure to go follow Circling Back Pod across all social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it may be. Leave a review and 5-star rating. And as you know, patreon.com/Circling Back Podcast. We've got it all on there. Stream Room. When I get back, there's some Bachelor stuff happening. I think we might need to sit down. We got some Bachelor stuff in just a second. We may need to sit down and do a touching base on The Bachelor. Or I guess we don't call it that anymore, but, some kind of Bachelor content.
I haven't even talked to you about the text that I sent.
Yeah, Dave the other night just derailed us by being like, I know all the tea of this season. And I was like, dude, please don't say anything more.
I didn't go looking for it. I received a text that was the biggest spoiler text you could ever possibly.
It was all over Twitter. If you're talking about the same thing, I think you're talking about. It was all over Twitter, so it was hard to not see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and at that man. Crick Watson, MD, just out of the blue texted me Friday night, and I'm reading it, and it just and when I got to that part, I was like, oh, okay.
Is it well enough known at this point to just reveal the spoiler or no?
No, I don't want to do that yet.
I don't know it, so I'd rather find out on my own.
Okay.
There was some Bachelor news that we're going to talk about in a little bit, but we should probably do This Weekend in Fun first, or recapping This Weekend in Fun first.
Let's do it. Let's recap it.
Not as always, but regularly. It's presented by Vizzy. Today is one of those days. Having something extra makes their choice easier when it comes to making decisions, and Vizzy stands out by having something that all other hard seltzers don't. Antioxidant vitamin C. Can you imagine drinking a seltzer, especially a hard seltzer, without antioxidant vitamin C or acerola in it?
Couldn't be me.
Would never be me.
I mean, you just got to grab yourself a drink that can do both with Vizzy Hard Seltzer. It's the only hard seltzer crafted with antioxidant vitamin C extracted from acerola, like I just said. It's a cherry. It's a super fruit with 30 times more vitamin C per cup than an orange, and there are plenty of hard seltzers to choose from. But with their 4 bold and refreshing flavors and the antioxidant vitamin C, Vizzy makes that choice easier. Pineapple, mango, black cherry, lime, strawberry, kiwi, blueberry, pomegranate. I have to admit, I started off as a blueberry pomegranate guy. I'm all in on black cherry lime now.
I still can't put down the strawberry kiwi. I'm riding hard for it. My fave.
So that's what I drank all weekend. I had 2 Friday night and 2 Saturday night. I went Blue Palm all across the board.
You had yourself a weekend, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, it was weekend of Dave.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive. I have drank more than 2 per night, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, it's fortunately, but,
you're on vacation.
Yeah, I'm on vacation. It doesn't matter. So what you got to do, guys, upgrade your hard seltzer with Vizzy. To find out where you can purchase Vizzy, go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com. You must be 21 or older. Dylan, what'd you do this weekend?
Not a lot going on in the old Austin quarantine front. I had Parks on Friday. Had a little family get together for dinner. My dad, my sister, and brother-in-law, and Parks. We did some pan-fried red snapper. It was delicious. Other than that, I kind of just chilled. Got some exercise in, and it was a pretty lame-ass weekend for your boy, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that, Dylan.
Well, I didn't have Parks, and it was just a sad, lonely time at the crib. So, what about you guys,
Dave?
Well, Friday I hung out, worked out, took Randy to the park, took him for a walk. He just heard me say that. Now he's walking toward me. You got to get out of here, bud. Friday night I went and picked up tacos from a noted truck here. I will give them a shout out. Veracruz, you know where it is, next to Radio. Great tacos.
Yep.
Saturday morning, so Friday night I pretty much just played Call of Duty. Dylan, I play with you? I can't remember.
No, I don't.
Fine.
Maybe.
I basically played that after the Mavs game. I was pretty bummed about that, so I had to drop into Verdansk. More on that on Too Much Dip, which we will be dropping this afternoon. Saturday morning I got up. It was relatively good weather. Decided to go for a little short little run, high intensity stuff. It was nice, pop top, got a little sun, little vitamin D. Rest of the day, just hung out, watched golf, lost money betting on golf, and, watched some NBA. It was very low key. It was a big weekend for walking the dog and doing all things dog.
All right, now let's just get to the guy who actually is doing stuff with this weekend. So, Will, go ahead.
Sure.
I just can't believe how far Weekend of Dave has come. When I first moved down to Austin, it was one of the first weekends. It was the first weekend of Dave I had ever done, about weekend 2 in Austin, and I will say, it was much different than it is now.
Well, these times are much more uncertain than they were.
It's true. It's true. The certainty of the times when I moved down to Austin, where it was much different. I mean, your boy had a big weekend. I covered all the bases of a classic Northern Michigan weekend. On Thursday, headed out on a pontoon boat on a little lake called Douglas Lake. Not a lot open out over here, so we're not really going anywhere, just because you can't really go anywhere. So just a lot of grocery store trips. But we just hit the pontoon boat for a little bit and took some cruises, did some wading in the water, threw a frisbee around. Friday, I just had a lazy beach day. Nothing crazy. Just wanted to get some sun, take the shirt off, see what I was working with. And then Saturday, I played golf. I have an announcement, boys. I officially have the golf itch again.
Yeah. I thought this was going to happen. Look, I'm happy for you. I'm not there yet because my game is in such disarray at the moment. But I'm jealous. You and Klein are making me wish I was back in.
I have to admit, my golf game's not great. My first round, it was I think it was my first, or I guess it was my second round in quarantine, and it didn't go well. I don't know what I ended up shooting, but I think that it was in the triple digits. And so I went out and worked on my game with my mom the other day, and it was good. She just bombs the ball, so she gave me some pointers, and we just played 9 holes. My mom can't really handle too much more than that. So your boy got off the course with a 44. Not to stunt too hard, but it was close to bogey golf.
Yeah, you're pacing for breaking 90. I see you.
I'm trying to.
Hey, hasn't your mom added like 40 pounds of muscle?
Yeah,
she's getting the piss out of the ball.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of annoying. Like, I've been trying to have dinner with her and stuff, and all she wants to do is just drink protein shakes and stuff. And I'm like, dude, like I came up here to eat like whitefish and perch and stuff like that. I don't want to drink protein. She's
just living in the gym right now. It's crazy.
It's stupid. She's putting up so many numbers on the squat rack. It's stupid. No, and then we had a nice little chill beach sesh for dinner on Saturday night, and then yesterday we set up something that I was very happy about: a giant slip and slide in the lawn.
Saw that.
I have to admit, I was a little sketched out by the idea of doing a slip and slide, just because, like, I don't know, it's a slip and slide. I haven't done one in years.
You slip and you slide.
That's the thing about it.
Yeah, people don't realize that.
And when I first touched it, I was like, man, I don't know how slippery this is going to be. I don't know if this is going to work. And then as I kept going and I started testing it out, I realized that slip and slides may be one of the most fun things ever created. And there's a reason that I did it about 200 times yesterday, and it was because it was fun. And at one point, I was going, and so Sally wronged me on Instagram. She put up a story of me doing it and sliding off. It was the first one that we did, and we had to change some stuff on it so you wouldn't slide off. Everybody was sliding off at that same
You
part.
sounded exactly like you sounded when you tried to throw the vortex. You said,
I know.
"Oh no," with the exact same inflection. It was such a throwback for me.
Okay,
I
I'm
really
not
enjoyed it.
I'm actually very mad that she posted it. I asked her not to post it because there were so many other good ones that I did after. After that, like, it was, I mean, all bets were off. I was slipping and sliding away. Called me Paul Simon.
Why'd she wrong you like that? No one's calling you Paul Simon.
Dude, slip sliding away, dog. I don't know. It was brutal, but what I didn't expect to feel is a full body of soreness this morning when I woke up from doing a slip and slide. But after sprinting up a hill so many times and then running and diving down it and sliding down an entire hill, it makes sense that I would be as sore as I am right now.
Was that at your parents' house?
No, it was at my buddy's parents' house, who lived like right down the street, and so we just kind of went out there and hung out in the lawn and
you got to have the right lawn for a slip and slide if you want it to really pop.
Yeah.
Will, what happened on this slide? Like, how?
So the hill that it was on was somewhat tilted, I guess you could say. And so when I did my first run, I didn't aim for the right jumping spot. And when you're running and jumping that fast, like, you're going to slide wherever you're diving towards. And so I went down the center, but you had to skew towards the left side of it, is what I learned very quickly. And so pretty much everyone on their first try went off of it. And then once you realized where you needed to go, you could just slide down the entire thing to the end.
Did you guys put any kind of, I don't know, agent on there to make it a little bit more slippery?
A lot of baby soap.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of baby soap. And then I also got to the point where I was just lubing myself up with baby soap before going down.
Oh, yeah. I've seen you do that.
Yeah.
Lube it up, Daddy.
And weirdly enough, we didn't, after people saw me doing that, they realized that you didn't have to, that we didn't even need to put anything else on the slip and slide. It was weird.
Sounds like you had a lit weekend.
I had a good weekend, I have to admit. I was a little worried coming up here that, it was going to be weird with coronavirus stuff happening. But as it turns out, with not going to restaurants and stuff like that, and with beautiful weather, I can actually spend time outside, unlike in Texas where it's just too damn hot.
Yeah, but when it gets really hot, it just melts the corona.
Did you guys enjoy my my kayaking photo?
I'm not sure I saw your kayaking photo.
I think I did.
How'd I miss that?
Dude, come on.
You got a kayak off?
Yeah.
Right.
Sally and I did a tandem kayak. As it turns out, that's the kind of thing that makes it's not as bad as doing like a tandem bicycle ride, but you definitely argue a little bit when you're doing that.
Did she contribute or just make you do all the work?
No, she contributed a lot. She was actually yelling at me because I would stop doing it. And the reason I would stop paddling was because I wanted to stop and, soak in the beautiful scenery around us. And she just wanted to grind the entire time. And I was like, well, no, we have to soak in the scenery. What are you doing?
It takes some coordination. You gotta have some teamwork going there to make that thing work right.
Yeah.
What's the water temp look like up there?
Warm, very warm. It's the warmest I've felt it in a long time. I haven't checked exactly, but I've swam pretty much every day. So I swam. I swummed.
No one knows. That's the thing about that one.
They call me the swum god.
They don't. No one does.
Slumdog Millionaire is what they call them.
There we go. That's the one.
That's pretty good.
We got there.
Man, look, I'm jealous. Your vacation looks great. I know that the temperatures there are much more comfortable than they are here. Just getting swims off. Dogs just everywhere. It looks like a good time.
Yeah, we've had dogs around. It's been nice. I think next time we do this, you guys got to come up, and we just got to make it a crew trip, and we can just record from here.
Do I want to see Michigan? I'm down.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm ready.
Are we talking bachelor stuff yet, or should we get Manscaped out?
No, let's talk about Manscaped real quick. You guys, trust me, you take it from me. I've been unveiling my summer bod this entire time, and I have to say, this body was not built by Manscaped, but it was perfected by Manscaped, and it's here to ensure that everyone's post-quarantine body is ready for the wild. So don't be that guy at the beach with a bear rug on your chest with a bear rug on your chest, and if you grew some quarantine man tits, the least you can do is make sure they're hairless. Tell me that's not wrong.
I've always said man tits look better without a bunch of hair on them.
Yeah.
Always said that.
I mean, whether you're using this downstairs or whether you're using it to trim everything like your boy, it's just a great buzzer. It's great. They have forever changed the grooming game with their Perfect Package 3.0. The Perfect Package 3.0 kit comes with the Essential Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof cordless body trimmer and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your manscaping routine. This is the best trimmer on the market for those of you in need of a chest shave. This third-generation trimmer features skin-safe technology to reduce manscaping accidents. And I have to say, the technology actually works. Like, you can nick yourself even using an electric buzzer. I've put this thing everywhere, and guess what? It's totally fine. I have not had one even like nick or scratch or anything. It's just the best. And if you subscribe to the Perfect Package and get a new blade refill for your lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, for a limited time, subscribers get 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value add, and the patented high-performance, reduced chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. So get 20% off plus free shipping with the code STEAM at manscaped.com. Do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code STEAM at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use promo code STEAM. Trim your chesticles with your besticles, David.
I heard you took 3 seconds off of your slip and slide time after you manscaped.
I did, yeah, probably. Honestly, there might have been some drag because I manscaped before I came on vacation, but I've just been growing it out kind of recklessly. So,
dude, you know your boy's manscaping.
You got to stay doing it.
I stay escaping.
Is it bachelor time?
Yeah, well, look, we had this Bachelor and TikTok, it's kind of all tied in together. TikTok had a big weekend, some good, some not so good. But the Peter TikTok that was leaked, let's just start there. I mean, what in the world? I don't know how you record something so cringy like that and actually like let it loose on the internet.
Wait, are we talking about the same one? Are we talking about the
wedding ring
EDM remix?
The wedding ring one. Yeah.
Dude, I thought he killed it.
What's his fucking deal, man? What's this guy's deal?
He's going to slip a disc if he keeps humping like that.
Yeah. Good call. This is not the first TikTok I've seen him doing the air humps in.
He's got to slow down the air humps, dude.
He's doing them with Kelly. Is that her name? Are they dating, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. They're going off on TikTok, and I've seen him do some air humps and some TikToks that she's also in. So it's become way too much for me to handle.
I don't. Go ahead, Dave.
I just want to say when I saw it for the first time, I was not expecting him to do that. My reaction was just, let's go.
I don't like the fact that they're dating. I don't like the fact that he's even doing TikToks. I don't like the fact that he's still in the public eye. I feel like he just needs to take a step back. None of these Bachelor people have any self-awareness when like shit's getting hairy that they just need to maybe take a step back and not like do anything.
I also hate to reveal that Hannah Brown has apparently gotten over her recent setback, at least in her mind, and is back doing talks. And it's all over my Explore feed on Instagram. I don't know why. And I hate watch them every time I see one pop up. I'm just really sick of it.
She's on the talk?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
She's talking that booty chat?
She does like all these choreographed dances that the TikTokers do. And she gets people to like team up with her and do them. It's just a lot.
I've had a bunch of Hannah Ann and Madison Pruitt posts on my Discover feed, and I'm just over it. Yeah. I wish I could just like not have any content from previous seasons at this point.
Yeah.
That would be a nice filter.
Yeah. It's like, hold on. Can I just get rid of anyone from Ari's season? Can I just like get rid of them?
That would be a good season to get rid of. Including Ari.
Peter and his mom. I still can't get over how psycho his mom acted on that show.
Okay, so Peter did the TikTok.
Yeah.
Can someone explain to me why Trump is going to ban TikTok?
I was about to say the exact same thing. Basically, I need someone to explain it to be like I'm a small child. I don't really. I know there's a China tie-in somewhere, not China, but China. What's the deal, Dave? Do you know?
Yeah,
mansplain this to us, Dave.
Believe me, guys, look, I saw Pilot Pete. Why can't I do Trump? That sucks. There's some China angle where the company, I guess, that either is developed it or has significant ownership of it is Chinese, and we're in the next Cold War with China right now, and I think there's worries about it like stealing our data, as if all these American companies aren't stealing our data, but I guess at least it's our own companies. But yeah, a lot of it's fear mongering. I genuinely don't know if there is a risk there. This might come as a surprise. I'm not a IT cybersecurity expert. I delayed this podcast 25 minutes because I couldn't figure out how to get the Rodecaster to connect to my computer. So I don't really know, but it seems like a lot of fear mongering, like trying to divert attention to China when there's actual problems going on here at home. But that's just my take.
Don't we have like a bunch of like other companies that already steal all of our stuff? Like once we did the old people thing, like that was, I feel like that was the one that was game over. Like they have everything on us now.
Those are the Russians, right? That was the Russian company.
Oh, that was Russian. Yeah, that was. Why didn't we get mad at them?
I actually wonder. Maybe there's collusion.
I selfishly want TikTok to get banned from the United States, that we don't have to start doing it. Like I'm worried. I don't want to.
I'm not caving in. I'm not going to get on TikTok.
But if they ban it, it's going to be really convenient for us, because that means that we just don't have to go down that path or even think about it anymore. But every time I think about TikTok, I'm like, man, I feel like we could be doing some stuff with it, but like I just don't want to.
Did you see that? I don't know the name, and I apologize, but Instagram apparently just launched a TikTok similar platform.
No,
Instagram did.
That is what I heard, or Facebook. I don't know.
I saw some.
It's called Reels.
Okay, I saw some booty chatter on Twitter about people hopping over to some new platform because TikTok was going down, but I don't know enough about that stuff to actually comment on it. But okay, I mean, yeah, if TikTok gets shut down, something else is going to start right back up. So it's not a huge deal either way.
People are wondering, like, so we're getting rid of TikTok, and then they just introduced Reels. Okay.
Is it like Parler?
No, it's like chat roulette, where it's just every other person is just cranking. No, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's being compared per Twitter. Facebook has the most to gain from Trump's TikTok ban with Instagram Reels. That's per Twitter.
Well, we're noted Facebook experts after watching The Social Network a couple weeks ago. So,
man, no, anything that's good for Zuck is bad for me.
Dude, on another note, I can't wait to talk to Micah today about his email list that he's promoted 17 times in the last 10 hours.
Micah's just been promoting the hell out of this email sign up list, and he sent out this pretty much the exact same tweet 4 different times today, or last night and yesterday. I don't even know what to do with this. He's probably getting Facebook promoted page like things on Facebook.
What is he doing? What's going on here?
He already said in the fine print that it's going to come out on Mondays, but that's subject to change.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, it's just like a passion project for him. He just wants. I don't know, man.
Needs another outlet.
Yeah.
Hey, what if? Now we're going to get back on topic. What if Pilot Peter TikTok was the last TikTok ever, like in America? Like that was it.
Why don't we just bring Vine back?
Dude, do you remember first of all, wasn't there a Vine 2.0 or something that was rumored for a long time that never actually was released?
That was Peach.
Yeah, they were never going to do that.
Remember like that week that Vine was shutting down? It was like the best content week of all time. People were just digging up the classic Vine videos, and they were all just going mega vi. That was a fun week.
Dude, it was the best. It was the best week on Twitter I've ever had. And then Firefest hit like shortly thereafter, and I was like, dude, this is just content.
We were living back then.
We were feasting, the whole fam.
That was Twitter week.
Everybody eating.
Is it podcast week?
Some are saying that we're just gonna run it right back. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and do it. It's podcast week, baby.
I'm fine with that. I've wanted it to be podcast week this entire time.
Okay, back to the ban, the TikTok ban. Is it actually happening? I've just seen a bunch of people talking about it and like reports of Trump saying it on Air Force One or something to people who are listening, but I haven't actually seen that, a reputable source on this that it's actually being taken down.
From what I saw, it looks like Trump is delaying the ban for 45 days. And I think in 45 days time, no one's going to fucking think about this ever again.
Hey, Will.
What?
You know what I just read? That these chicks don't even know the name of my band.
Why are you reading this?
David.
No, yeah, I read the same thing. The 45 days. He's tabling it. Look.
I like the idea of just tabling stuff after, making a proclamation. But I don't know too much about politics. I'm not great at it. But I will say I'm in agreement with Trump. I want to ban TikTok immediately. I'm out.
I don't know what I'm going to do without all the cringy country music TikToks, though, that are just so much fun.
From dudes named Kale? Yeah.
Dudes named Kale who, lip sync and act like they're, country music stars. It's so bad that's good, and I'm going to miss it.
How else am I going to know what Kale would wear to a concert and then for a night out at with the boys?
That's exactly it, Dave.
Yeah, but how will I ever see what the inside of Papa John's house looks like if I don't get the next chapter of his house tour, his cribs?
Has he dropped that yet? I mean, the streets have been waiting for it.
I don't know. He never. I feel like he didn't follow up on his first cribs post as much as he did. But I also don't go on TikTok more than once a month, so it's hard.
I did download TikTok. If I've got 45 days, I might do a little talking.
Should we just go all? That would be classic, like our luck. Just we go all in on TikTok, and then 45 days later, it's just completely banned. God, I just opened TikTok to see if Papa John had done anything, and it just, a Cat Pat TikTok just started blasting in my ear. Sorry,
Dylan. Isn't that what that Pat Green song's about? 45 days or whatever.
You think that Pat Green song 45 days from, 15 years ago is about the TikTok ban?
I got 45 days
of 2020
to do a TikTok.
Yeah, possibly.
Pat fucking Green.
Yeah, his music stinks now.
Oh, dude, bro, don't be that guy.
I shouldn't hate because he got me into Texas country music, TBH, back when I was 15, 16, something like that. He was the shit back then, man.
How many patrons for you to do a Pat Green TikTok?
8,000.
All right, you heard. We got 45 days.
45 days. We can get there. We can double up on patrons.
Do you guys know how many followers Circling Back has on TikTok?
88.
At Circling Back Pod, if you're trying to follow that.
324.
Dylan was closer. Dylan's the TikTok guy now. 361 at the time of this recording.
The listeners, the backers.
Can I bet something? I didn't even know we had a TikTok as a
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have access to it for months after I made the cowboy one, and then I forgot the password, and we just no longer had a TikTok.
We're also apparently on Facebook. I will never see our pages, so I just had to take y'all's word for it.
No,
Randy said we're up on instant articles.
That's big.
Did they pay off better?
Yeah, I guess we all need to go follow our Facebook stuff, huh?
I guess.
I haven't logged in since Randy created the pages, but I think I'm going to try that this week.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts on Bachelor Peter?
No.
Oh, what song was remixed in that, Dave? I didn't really realize that.
It was Romy. What's the Taylor Swift off of the Red album or whatever? No, maybe before that. You Belong to Me, I think.
I have some issues with the folklore slander on this podcast.
Who slandered it?
Who slandered it?
Not slander, but I have an issue with how it was kind of portrayed on this podcast. I don't like.
What did we say?
This was for Dave, and I might not have gotten the full thing.
Okay, I was about to say don't confuse us with Klein. Klein's the one shitting on folklore.
Dave, I think you immediately comparing it to 1989 is extremely unfair because 1989 is an all-time pop album that would be on the Mount Rushmore of pop albums. And
Correct.
Folklore is just a whole damn mood, a different chapter of Taylor's life right now. And I'm loving it.
I know.
Okay.
I just want the other chapter. I want the pop chapter back.
No, this is perfect because sometimes I don't want to hear Shake It Off or some kind of poppy thing. Like, I don't want to go listen to Blink-182 and listen to all the small things every time. But, like, I want some Moody Taylor that I can toss on while I'm driving to a farm to have some ciders on a cold, crisp fall day.
He's not wrong, David.
You put it like that.
Yeah, I started a new website where I review albums called it's called Bitchfork. I gave it a 9.8 out of 10.
Well, I was writing for folklore. Okay.
I
would never let the slander carry on like that on this podcast.
I just wanted to talk folklore real quick because I didn't get the
Swiftie.
Opportunity to.
I'm a little monster. I'm a Swiftie. All the good
Dude,
shit.
no, you expose yourself as not being a real little monster.
Oh, David, I'm such a little monster. Like I'll go to a low monster meetup if there's one in Austin. Like I'll go with my.
You've never even gone windows down and just bumped Alejandro.
You don't know shit, David.
Oh, I know.
No.
I know people who know you.
I know places.
Nice.
Can we talk about hymns real quick?
Oh yeah.
Forhims.com, you know what it is, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. It's time to write a new chapter, one in which you have hair. Hims is helping guys be the best version of themselves with licensed physicians and FDA-approved products to help treat hair loss. No snake oil pills or gas station counter supplements, prescription solutions backed by science. Hims was created by a guy who knows some of the men's health conversations are easier had online rather than in person, so there's no more awkward in-person visits or long pharmacy lines. For Hims connects you with real doctors online, which could save you hours. And it's completely confidential and discreet. All you have to do is answer a quick few questions. A doctor will review, and if they determine it's right for you, you can prescribe your medication, or they can prescribe you medication to treat hair loss that is shipped directly to your door. I'll say, we've talked about this post before on the Reddit. The best proof we have of someone that we know, or at least we're acquainted with, is a post that I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah.
The preventative nature of this is just amazing.
Yeah, one of our listeners did not just preventative, like he saw some regrowth. He did a before and after shot that was separated by like 3 months, I think he said it took. Unbelievable. Pretty crazy stuff. You do it all from home too. Do it from your couch and they deliver it. It's crazy.
Get on it. Right now, our listeners can get started with their first month free. Go to forhims.com/steam. That's forhims.com/steam. Prescription requires an online consultation with a physician who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Offer valid only if prescribed. 3-month minimum subscription. Additional restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. But remember, that's forhims.com/steam.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Dave,
did you go to the mall, dude?
Me? Yeah, I did go to the mall Friday. My iPhone charger went out Thursday night, and I quickly determined that it was the cord and not the adapter. That's what you get when you buy on Amazon. I'm just going to let you guys know that. I feel like most people know it. I didn't. So I was like, man, I got to get a charger Friday. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the Apple store. That was my plan. There's one at the mall. So I was like, I guess I'm going to the mall. I haven't been to the mall in 6 months, maybe longer. And I went in. I went in about 10:30. Checked out Nordstrom because Nordstrom is right there. I always walk in at Nordstrom. I park at Nordstrom. I walk in and I walk out at Nordstrom. I just like the vibe that I get. So went in there. Nordstrom's open, and then I noticed like the little garage door that opens up to the mall was half shut, and I was like, "What's going on? Can you not go out there?" They're like, "Oh, the actual mall doesn't open until 11 a.m." you're early. We actually open up early here at Nordstrom. I'm like, okay. Walked around there, went out into the mall. There's nobody there. I went out before the whole thing opened up. There's 2 people waiting outside of Lulu. And that was it. It was the creepiest thing. I've never been in an empty mall before. But I quickly realized you need appointment only. They do appointment only at the Apple store. So I went to the AT&T store, and that is where I bought a cord.
I feel like half the time I'm in the mall, it's already empty, like because no one goes to the mall anymore. But going now during this time just seems like it would be the most depressing place on earth. Like it's like the scene in Stranger Things when they're all stuck in the mall after hours. That's how I would feel the entire time in there.
I am always surprised when I find myself in a mall in like modern times that people actually do still go. We went to the North Park Mall in Dallas. People are there. It's kind of weird. Like why are you doing?
Well, you can try stuff on.
I mean, yeah. But like the mall remember the mall hangout crew? Did you ever do that when you were kids? Just go hang out at the mall.
Yes.
Oh man, I did that all the time.
I never had the opportunity to do that because we didn't have one, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, malls are a weird place, man.
I got absolutely just made fun of by a lady. So I was looking at the map, the map of the mall that's very hard to like, you try to find your store and then match it up with the actual map, like the number. I'm looking for the Apple store and this lady walks up. She's like, what store are you looking for? And I was like, oh, Apple. She's like, oh, okay. She's like, it's down there, but it's appointment only. I was like, oh, really? That sucks. And she's like, yeah. She's like, and I was like, what's going on? I was like, what time does the mall open? She's like, 11. She's like, I work here. Yeah, it opens at 11. She goes, where have you been? I was like,
not going to malls.
Yeah, I'm aware of the ongoing global pandemic. I just didn't know that like the 11 a.m. move up was a thing.
Didn't need the attitude there.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just looking for a fucking phone charger. I guess that's what I get for going to the mall for a phone charger.
I mean, that's ridiculous. Like no one should know. No one knows exactly what time the mall opens or closes.
No, dude. Like, and how is that? How are these new COVID hours even like? What is that going to do? Bumping it up to 11, like from 10? Like what? Whatever. Not a big deal. Got my cord. I'm good. I'm charged. I'm fully torqued. Let's go.
I was a little nervous to fly with COVID stuff happening. And like leading up to it, Sally and I decided that we were just going to take a bunch of vitamins and keep our immune systems as high as possible. But even just like showing up to the airport, I was extra tense. I was already tense because I hadn't gone anywhere. I'd been in Austin for so long and hardly left my apartment that just being in public in a large scale place like that was kind of like not making me anxious, but definitely it was just weird and different. And then actually getting on the plane and sitting down and doing everything, it was much less weird than I thought it was going to be and how I felt in the beginning. Like actually I flew on Delta, they're still not piling people onto their planes. It was very, very sparse. And doing that, I actually felt incredibly safe the entire time. And all the people just are covered in like stuff. They don't really do much for you on the plane, which is appreciated. And flying with COVID restrictions it wasn't that bad, but it was also Delta, not American or whoever else who were just like piling people on. So we were lucky.
How many seats did they fill on that thing?
I'm not sure, but there was no one on our first flight. There was no one behind me or next to me. So the row behind me was completely empty and the row next to us was completely empty. And so Sally went and sat in the row next to us because they told us we could do that if we wanted to. But they'll just space people out. And then we were on another plane that was a little more full. It was about half full, but there was an empty seat next to, I mean, you didn't have anybody next to you or anything like that. So it was totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was supposed to return from my Hawaii trip like yesterday. I'm just itching to travel so bad, man. Like I need it. I miss it.
I will say I did go to Chili's too.
Oh,
we had a long layover at Chili's, and so I walked by the Chili's too, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to get some chicken crispers.
Oh,
and I didn't want to go in because there were a lot of people in there, and it was just kind of sketching me out. So I just went up to the counter, asked the nice lady at the counter, if I get some 2 to-go baskets of chicken crispers. And sure enough, she made it happen. And bada bing, bada boom, I ate them solo, covered in Clorox bleach wipes and stuff. It was great.
What dip did you go with? A honey mustard, traditional?
Well, David, I have bad news. They didn't include any for me, so I was kind of screwed on that. And I did not want to go back. I was trying not to move about the airport too much. I was trying to be as safe as possible. And I will say, I tested when I got back when I got to Michigan. We took another test to see if we had picked up anything on the way here. And the good news was we were all clear.
So did you have the awkwardness of anybody like clearing their throat or coughing on the plane, and everybody just turns like, who the fuck?
Yes, dude, it's so high alert. And I don't know how it is for other airlines, but it seems like Delta is taking the right moves to just make things work. And at no point did I feel like super nervous about anything that was happening. But we also were the psychos who brought a bunch of like Clorox bleach wipes and just completely wiped down our entire thing the entire time. We should just replace. So Dylan just got bumped out of this, out of the podcast. But so now it might be a good time to talk about how we should just replace Dylan's toilet paper at his house with the Clorox wipes.
I'm back. I dropped. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, dude, you didn't miss anything.
I hope the recording's okay. I think everything looks normal. So,
Will, how did you obtain the Clorox wipes?
I had them from a long time ago. You've actually probably seen them in my car.
Because those are very hard to come by.
Yeah, I had some in my car that I used sparingly, and I just brought those along with me. They weren't actual Clorox. They were one of some bootleg brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, there's nothing better than chicken strips at an airport.
Nothing.
I've said that many times. It's a top 3 airport food.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of something better.
I mean, like I'm not count.
I don't like eating sandwiches at airports.
Chicken strips on vacation are just so fun, and I count the airport as part of the vacation.
Oh, for sure.
Is there a difference between a chicken strip and a chicken crisper?
Dude, we talked about this. There are like 5 names for those. Strips, tenders, crisper, fingers. Probably missing one.
Well, you know where the name comes from, Dylan, right?
No.
Like a chicken tender. So back in like the 1500s, they used to use that as like currency. So it was like legal tender. So they would barter with chicken strips.
I don't think people were cooking up chicken strips to go like make trades, Dave.
They were, and they would be like, "I'll give me some of your Mediterranean spices. I will give you 4 chicken strips here." And they're like, "Oh, that's great. That's chicken tender."
That's just not a true story.
Okay, man. I guess you don't read much.
Is that Crispo currency?
It's the original Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Okay. I think we can stop making up names for currency based on chicken tenders.
Hey Dave, were you cheating on us with another podcast, man? What happened?
Oh yeah, I did another pod.
Okay. Okay.
I'm actually I'm kind of a well-known sports expert now that we've got the successful Too Much Dip podcast. I was asked to participate in the Baltimore Beatdown pod. It's a listener named Jake. He does like the SB Nation stuff for the Ravens. And he's got a pod. He's like, I want you to come on, just talk Cowboys. And we talk Cowboys for like an hour.
Okay, that explains. I was about to ask why would they have you on to talk Ravens football? But if you're talking boys, that makes a lot more sense.
It was all boys, which I don't know how that's going to go over with his audience. But go check it out. It's available, and I think it's on Spotify. I'll tweet it out after this pod. But yeah, it was interesting. It was very origin story. Like, hey, how did you become a fan? How long? What's it been like rooting for a team with Jerry Jones as the owner? What'd you think of the draft? We really got into the weeds. A lot of X's and O's. A lot of stuff you'll see on the Too Much Dip podcast again, which we record today, Monday, and will drop later. Available wherever podcasts are sold.
Did they have to ice down their servers having the D-man on to talk football?
Yeah,
That's a big get.
I hope I didn't tank his pod. I think he has more serious guests on, and then he just brought me on, and I just gave super generic answers. Like, yeah, dude, Jerry's it's tough, man. Jerry, GM.
Are you going to let me come on and talk soccer? Because there's a lot that's been happening over these last few days, Dave.
I know. I wish you were in town because I don't know. I really, given the technical issues we had before this pod, I don't think there's any way we could make it work with you calling in today.
We are definitely going to be a pro soccer talk podcast. So,
I will say also the F1 race yesterday. The ending to that race, Dylan. I'm tired of asking if you've watched these and you say no. So just please start watching so you can actually talk to me.
I never catch them really. I'm sorry. That's on me. I need to get deeper into it because it is so tight.
So yeah, if you wanted to see the final lap yesterday where Max Verstappen was chasing down Lewis Hamilton, who was driving with a flat tire for the entire lap, as it was electric.
Who won?
You're gonna have to go find out. No, Lewis won by.
Of course he did.
And there's a lot of drama from some pit stop stuff. Dylan, please.
How is that guy so fucking good, man? I know he's got the tightest whip, but
how did he complete the race with a flat tire?
Because he had no choice but to keep driving.
So it didn't affect the controllability of the vehicle.
I don't know. To be honest, I didn't watch the race live because I was doing stuff, but it was absolutely wild.
Where was the race?
It was the British GP, and
Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That stands for Grand Prix or Grand Prairie.
That sounds tight, man.
Oh, Selena Gomez.
Lewis Hamilton. He's just unbelievable.
It's incredible. But I mean, I don't like him. I used to like him, but now I just hate him.
Dude, he's got swag though. You got to admit.
Are there any American drivers that I need to follow?
Good question.
I think they just bully him out of the sport if they start to come up the ranks. I don't know. It's tight though, man. Are we gonna get when's the next Austin race gonna happen?
Who knows? I don't have much faith. I don't know why they would come here.
It's usually October, isn't it?
Yeah, I went last year. It was awesome.
It's not happening this year for sure, but maybe next year.
I went to qualifying with Dave's wife.
Oh, how about that?
I've still never been out there except for a Sturgill concert.
That counts.
Why didn't I go to that? What was going on?
You were out of town, Dave. You were definitely invited, but you were out of town.
God, they're just pushing those whips around the track, man.
You were probably doing some a fantasy football draft with the boys or something.
Was it October?
Maybe.
I think it's in October.
Golf trip.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sheesh. Well, Dave, we'll have to listen to your Ravens podcast, man.
You're not gonna listen. Shut up.
What was it called?
You're right.
What was this podcast even called?
The Baltimore Beatdown.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I won't listen, but I'm sure somebody will. And I hope they enjoy it.
I think he'll have at least one listener.
Right. Good stuff.
Hey, if you guys are like me, you start thinking about what to eat for dinner while you're still eating lunch. And I love food. There. And that's why I love using Postmates. But I kind of love them even more right now because I can get food delivered without leaving the house or even opening the door. And given what's going on in the world, they created non-contact deliveries. So now when I order from local restaurants, everything gets left right outside of the door, and I don't have to talk to anybody. It's beautiful. They also have Postmates Pickup, which I've been using to order takeout from my favorite local restaurants. So listen up. You guys need to be supporting your neighborhood spots right now. I've only been ordering local because it's a great way to support our community. And Postmates doesn't just deliver burgers and sushi. They make life easier by picking up everything you need from Walgreens or 7-Eleven, anywhere like that, and dropping it off right outside your door. So just download the Postmates app on iOS or Android. Find your favorite places and get anything you want delivered within the hour. For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit for the first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app and use code CIRCLING. That's code CIRCLING for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you need it, Postmate it.
Let me say this, and Dylan, I need you to pay attention.
I'm listening.
I'm probably going to Postmate something immediately after this podcast from Modern Market.
Okay.
So if you want in on that, excuse me, let me know.
I may take you up on that, David. I might have to go home and let Stella out since we're going to do another pod soon after, but we'll see. Thank you for the offer. It was very nice of you. Very kind.
Cool, man. I would think you'd say no. Cool.
I don't know what's going on with this next segment, but I'm pretty excited about it. It's called Will Ask Wasp Media Questions.
Yeah. So as you guys have known, I've been up in Michigan, just holed up here for a while, and I just have some questions regarding Washed Media and the state of everything.
If we can't answer them, no one can. So you come to the right place.
If you guys can't answer them, then I think we have some potential issues that we need to discuss because
Okay.
I mean, you guys are literally at the HQ right now.
Yeah.
First and foremost, is Randy a good painter? I see that there's a wall painted behind Dave.
Yeah. What you haven't seen is he's about to pan over. He missed a spot, as you can see. It's quite large. I don't know. I guess you just do some paint up there to see what it would look like, and I decided not to keep going. But I don't know. Once he pulls the tape away, like the edging tape, that's when we really know how good he is. But until then,
The what tape?
the edging tape, I don't know what it's actually. Painter's tape. It's called painter's tape, but it's like to make the edges.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to make this dirty. I know what you're doing.
What? No.
I know you like to edge. I know you like to edge yourself.
They always say it's best to edge your bets.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I think he'll be. If I had to guess, he'll probably finish that wall in a couple of days.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Question number 2.
Okay,
Are we Twitch boys yet or what?
Dave, that's on you.
You're the one wearing the Twitch headphones.
You're the one who's the Twitch boy, bitch.
We would be, man, but Dylan never wants to play with a group. He's like, I'm playing solo.
That's
That's what
not
he's always
true.
saying.
That's not true. Can you Twitch from the crib on our account, or do you guys always got to be here to do it?
Pretty much here. All the equipment's here. You could, because I think it's easier with PlayStation. You could just plug in a webcam and just go Twitch. But
Okay.
you can log into the Washed account. But I think we'll be doing most of it from here. We were waiting for the wall to get painted because it looked like a mental institution back there.
It did, yeah.
But now it looks really good. So we'll probably be Twitching this week. I told Randy he should get on there and do it. I don't know what his deal is. I guess he's over here painting or something. Like, dude, play some video games one time for me.
I mean, you literally tasked Randy today with watching Dog Randy.
He's not even doing that. Randy's sitting right here.
Yeah,
That's
Randy's
something
fine now.
I saw him ironing curtains out here a minute ago.
Oh, here he comes. He's making his presence felt.
Ironing curtains.
Yeah, he's ironing the curtains that we're going to hang in here.
Can I ask
pretty
another question?
Yeah, sure.
When Micah comes in to record / produce Too Much Dip, does he take the trash bags out of the trash cans so that he can spike his cans into, or his LaCroix cans into it, or what?
Yes, he does. He does do that. Another thing that he's doing, well, we've gotten a lot of complaints about the volume levels of Too Much Dip. And I'm pretty sure it's because Micah, not only does he bring his own microphone into the studio, but his mouth is literally touching the microphone as he's talking. Like he's all up on that thing. You got to talk to him about that. You got to do the Joe Rogan fist thing,
Yeah. I was like watching a video and I couldn't believe how reckless Micah was being with his microphone, just holding it up to his face, just like setting it on his lap and just hanging out. It's like he thinks he's doing karaoke.
I mean, his mouth is literally on the mic. It's pretty gross, but at least he brings his own and doesn't get ours all germified.
But why does he hold it like he's Michael Buffers? He's
I
like
don't know.
He's 2 seconds away from having one like hanging from the ceiling that he just swings around.
He's holding it in his hand like a
Our
freak.
first episode, KJ and Micah both brought their own microphones.
That's just such a flex. Like, do we have such little respect as a media company that people that we work with bring their own microphones, just like not even thinking about it?
What? Like they expect us to have just some like low rent trash equipment in here. Like, what do you think this is? We're podcasters, man.
Like,
Get out of here.
I don't know what to do about this.
Yeah. Look, the content's great. We just got to tweak the volume levels and then and Dave's sizzle sound effects, and then we're money.
Yeah, okay. We regret that.
No, I don't think you should, because the fact that happened is going to be something that follows around Too Much Dip for the rest of its life. And we'll always be able to talk about the time that a steam room sound effect just drowned out everyone's voices.
I found an actual sound clip of like a steak. It said steak sizzling on a grill. And it is like, it's like that sound, you know, or if you're going to do a reverse sear and you're going to sear the steak and you put it on, it's that first few seconds. Oh man, it was a little bit overwhelming. I apologize. Won't happen again.
Final question. Have we ordered a coffee table for the Twitch room?
No, we did. I don't know if you saw. We did move the coffee table from the lobby area to the Twitch room.
Big.
We probably do need another one at some point. Yeah. We
Okay.
have not yet ordered it.
I said that was the final question, but I have one more question. Is Parks going to sink the company by doing a bunch of in-app purchases on like the PlayStation or Xbox?
No, he's actually pretty responsible about it. He does like to buy stuff, but he always asks me for my permission before he does it. So, in anything that he accidentally purchases, his dad will cover it. Don't worry, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, all bets are off though, honestly.
Well, I trust you guys. I've enjoyed my time up here, but I'd be lying if I said that I would rather be recording it from the studio with you guys right now. So I'm excited to get back to it next week.
Look, the lodge misses you. It's going to be a light week for us. We pre-recorded a couple of epis, didn't we? So it's going to be smooth sailing over here. We'll get through this week without you, but we do miss it. You.
I'm going to hit the ground running. Well, maybe limping when I get back. I'm still sore from the water slide.
Fucking better. Yeah, let's swing some sticks too when you get back.
Maybe.
Dylan, I think, Will, I know you probably haven't had time, but Dylan, have you listened to any more of the Rogan Post Malone pod?
No, I did about 30 minutes of it.
I'm about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours in, and I don't know if I can do anymore. Like Post is, I like the guy a lot. He just, they start talking about like goblins. It is such it is so dumb. It is the dumbest conversation that's ever been recorded.
I've only heard like certain clips that I've seen on Twitter and stuff like that, but like I don't understand how they even got to where they got to.
I mean, both those guys by themselves are pretty interesting and weird guys who go into some wild ass topics. So get them two together in a room and microdosing shrooms, the conversation is going to take off a little bit.
And hammering Bud Lights and cigarettes.
And hammering Bud Lights.
Were they microdosing during that episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why they went 4 hours.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might. That's going to get queued up for the plane ride after I run through too much dip.
It's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Is that, boys?
Well, guys, that was a fun little episode. I have to admit, probably because I'm on the boards. And, you know how I do on the boards, Dave.
Ben Wallace over here?
How have you never been on the boards before?
Because it's always been one of you jerks doing it. I don't know. I've never done it.
Will, Dylan and I kicked around doing a recap pod on Patreon for the Post Malone Rogan pod. And like I knew like 15 minutes into it, I was like, oh yeah, no, we're not doing this. This is what did we even talk about?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I can't wait to listen to it.
Like what we're gonna remember that time that Post Malone talked about aliens using their booty holes for guns? Like what? To hold guns?
Yeah.
Very bizarre.
It's pretty out there.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, don't forget Patreon tomorrow. We're talking swordfish, and then back Wednesday with a regularly scheduled episode.
Will, are you doing this Thursday? Or Wednesday? Sorry.
Nope. You guys are going to have the magic bullet there. On Wednesday morning, I will be doing a lot. I actually will probably be doing a lot of content on Wednesday morning, but in a different way. I'm playing 36 holes at a very nice golf course here. And yeah, I mean, I have to get up at 5:30 to go play it, guys. So don't feel too bad. Like,
Shut up.
No, I'm looking forward to this day more than any day left on my schedule up here. So I'm very happy.
Well, we're glad you're having fun.
But shouts to Swordfish on patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast.
That's right. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.